You're probably messing up your bulk without even noticing it, and that's why you still look skinny even though you eat a lot and go to the gym. So let's fix that, because a better body changes how girls see you, but more importantly, it changes how you see yourself. I'm going to walk through 5 simple diet rules for skinny guys who want to build muscle, look better in a t-shirt, and feel more confident around people. No nonsense, no magic tricks, just clear habits you can actually stick to. Tip number 1 is to weigh yourself once a week, not every day, not whenever you feel like it. Once a week, on the same day, at the same time, in the same way. This is how you see if your diet is actually working instead of just guessing. For a clean bulk, you want your body weight to go up by about 1/4 to half a kilo per month, which is about half a pound per week. That is a realistic speed that lets you actually build muscle without turning it into only body fat. If you gain much faster than that, most of that extra weight will not be muscle. If you gain much slower than that, or your weight does not move at all, then your body does not have enough energy to grow and you are just spinning your wheels in the gym. When you do weigh yourself, do it the right way so the number actually means something. Wake up, use the bathroom, then step on the scale before you drink or eat anything. No clothes or just very light clothes. That is the closest you get to your real body weight. Write that number down in your notes. Next week, do the same thing. Over time, you stop guessing and you see clearly if your bulk is moving in the right direction or not. Do not weigh yourself every single day and panic when the number jumps up or drops down. Your weight moves from water, food in your stomach, salt, and many small changes that mean nothing for muscle gain. If you chase every tiny change on the scale, it messes with your head and you start changing your diet for no real reason. So you keep it simple, 1 weigh-in per week, same day, same time, and you judge your progress over a few weeks, not over one random day. This weekly check-in is not only about the number, it is also about honesty. A lot of skinny guys swear they eat so much and can't gain, but the scale does not lie. If your weight stays the same for 3 or 4 weeks, you are not in a calorie surplus, and that means you are not eating enough, even if it feels like you are. It is uncomfortable to admit, but once you accept it, you finally take control instead of blaming your genetics. Now for tip number 2, make sure you eat around your workouts. Think of your training session as the main event of your day for building your body, and then make sure your meals actually support that. A simple rule is this: eat 1 proper meal within 1 to 2 hours before you train and 1 proper meal within 1 to 2 hours after you train. If you do this consistently, you remove 90% of the confusion about pre-workout and post-workout nutrition. Before your workout, you want a meal that gives you energy but does not sit heavy in your stomach. So you eat a normal-sized meal, not a massive feast, about 1 to 2 hours before training. Include a good source of carbohydrates and a good source of protein. The carbohydrates give you energy for your workout, and the protein gives your muscles what they need to repair and grow afterward. Keep fat and junk food lower before training because those can slow digestion and make you feel sluggish while you lift. You also do not need to eat right before you walk into the gym because that can upset your stomach and make the session feel uncomfortable. After your workout, you still want the same basic idea, a mix of protein and carbohydrates. You do not need to sprint out of the gym and drink something in the changing room because studies have shown that there is no huge difference between eating right away and eating, for example, an hour later. But you should not wait 5 or 6 hours either. If you just plan a normal meal in that 1 to 2 hour window after your session with enough protein and calories, you are covered. All of this matters for muscle, but it also matters for consistency and energy. When your meals around training are predictable, your workouts feel more solid. You have more strength, better focus, and you feel more in control of your day. That carries over into other areas too. When you feel physically prepared and organized, you naturally carry yourself with more confidence around people, and that includes when you are around girls you find attractive. Now, even though pre- and post-workout meals help, tip number 3 is more important than any timing trick. Focus on calories. If you are a skinny guy trying to bulk up, your number 1 job is to eat more calories than your body burns, every day over many weeks and months. If that is not in place, nothing else matters. It does not matter how much protein you take in, which supplement you buy, or what time you eat. Without a calorie surplus, your body has no reason to grow. To find a starting point, you can use any basic calorie calculator online to estimate how many calories you need to maintain your weight. It will ask for your age, height, weight, and activity level, and it will give you a number. From there, you add about 200 to 300 calories per day. That puts you in a small surplus, which is exactly what you want for a lean bulk. Then you use your weekly weigh-ins to see if that number needs to go up or down. If your weight is not moving for 3 weeks straight, increase your daily calories a bit. If your weight is jumping up too quickly and you are getting softer fast, lower them a bit. A lot of guys say they eat a ton, but when they track their food honestly for a few days, they see that they are not even reaching maintenance half the time. So it helps to track your intake for at least 1 full week, writing down everything you eat and drink with calories. It is annoying at first, but it opens your eyes. You finally see where your calories are actually coming from, where you are undereating, and what you can change. Once you understand what, for example, 2,800 calories look like for you, it becomes much easier to hit that target without tracking every day. Once you have your calorie target, then you can think about protein. Aim for a solid amount of protein each day, spread across your meals. A simple way is to eat a good source of protein with every main meal and with one snack. For many guys, somewhere around 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight works well. So if you weigh 70 kilos, that is around 110 to 140 grams per day. This helps your body actually use those extra calories to build muscle instead of just storing them as fat. After calories and protein are set, you do not need to stress too much about the exact amount of fats and carbohydrates, as long as you get some healthy fats and enough carbohydrates for energy. You can keep it simple. Choose foods you enjoy that fit your calories, that give you enough protein, and that don't make your digestion feel terrible. Overthinking tiny macro details adds stress and makes your diet harder to stick to, and when a plan is too complicated, you are less likely to follow it when life gets busy. This brings me to tip number 4, key supplements used in a smart way. Supplements are not magic, and they never replace real food, training, and sleep. But a few basic ones can make things a bit easier. The first one is creatine monohydrate. Taking around 5 grams of creatine every day has been shown in many studies to help increase strength and muscle mass in people who train with weights. It is not a steroid. It is one of the most well-researched sports supplements. You do not need any advanced or special version. The simple monohydrate form is enough. Drink plenty of water during the day while you use it. Another optional supplement is a pre-workout product that contains proven ingredients like caffeine, beta-alanine, and citrulline malate in reasonable amounts. This kind of product can help you feel more alert and may help you do a few more reps or push harder in your sessions. That extra effort, repeated over many workouts, can lead to more muscle over time. But you also need to be careful with stimulants, especially later in the day, because they can hurt your sleep, and poor sleep will kill your progress faster than any supplement can fix it. So if you already drink a lot of coffee or energy drinks, you might not need a pre-workout at all. The third common supplement is protein powder. There is nothing special about it. It is just an easy way to add more protein to your diet when you don't want to cook or when you are busy. You can think of it like a high-protein food that mixes quickly into water or milk. If you are already hitting your protein target from regular food, you don't need it. But if you struggle to eat enough, 1 scoop per day can help you reach your goal without feeling like you're forcing down extra meat or eggs when you are already full. Whenever you consider supplements, remember this. They give you maybe the last 5 to 10%. The real progress comes from eating enough real food, training consistently with progressive overload, and getting good sleep. But once your basics are under control, these few supplements can support your effort and make it easier for you to stay on track. Now, tip number 5 ties everything together. Keep your diet as simple as possible. A lot of skinny guys overcomplicate things. They try 10 different recipes, change their meal plan every few days, and then wonder why they can't stay consistent. The truth is, if you want to bulk up while managing school, work, social life, and everything else, you need a diet that runs almost on autopilot. One of the easiest ways to do this is to create a few foundation meals that you repeat every day or almost every day. For example, you might have the same basic breakfast every morning, something like eggs and toast, or oats with yogurt and fruit, or any simple meal that gives you a good amount of protein and calories. For lunch, you might have some kind of easy gainer shake or a basic plate with rice, chicken, and vegetables. You pick meals that fit your calorie goal, that you actually like, and that are cheap and fast to prepare. Repeating meals like this does not make your life boring. It makes your life easier. You don't waste time wondering what to eat, and you don't risk undereating because you got lazy and just grabbed a small snack instead of a real meal. You know that if you eat those base meals, you are already close to your calorie goal before dinner even starts. Then you can have a normal dinner with your family or friends and still be on track. For skinny guys who say they cannot eat that much, liquid calories can help a lot. A homemade gainer shake is one of the easiest tools you can use. You can blend ingredients like milk or a milk alternative, oats, banana, peanut butter or another nut butter, and a scoop of protein powder if you have it. In one glass, you can easily take in 600 to 1,000 calories without feeling like you ate a huge plate of food. If you drink one shake like that every day on top of your normal meals, your weight will almost always start to move up. You can also simplify your grocery shopping to support this. Make a short list of foods that you use all the time for your bulk. Things like rice, pasta, potatoes, oats, eggs, chicken, beef, yogurt, cheese, olive oil, nuts, frozen vegetables, and fruits. When you go to the store, you buy mostly from that list. This saves time, money, and mental energy, and it makes it very easy to throw together a high-calorie meal even when you feel lazy. Another part of keeping it simple is accepting that your diet does not need to be perfect. You do not need every meal to be clean. You do not need to remove every dessert from your life. You need consistency, not perfection. If 80 to 90% of your calories come from decent foods and the rest comes from snacks or treats you enjoy, you will be fine. In fact, allowing some flexibility can actually make you more consistent because you do not feel trapped by your diet. Now let's connect all this to something that actually matters a lot to most guys: how you feel about yourself around girls and in social situations. Being underweight or looking very skinny often makes guys feel small, weak, and invisible. You might avoid fitted shirts. You might feel uncomfortable at the beach or at parties. You might stand in a way that hides your body without even noticing. This affects your confidence, your posture, your eye contact, and the way you interact with other people. When you start bulking correctly and your body changes, it is not just about bigger arms. You start to feel stronger when you walk into a room. Your clothes fit better, and you see shape in the mirror that was not there before. You start to respect yourself because you know you are following a plan, showing up for your workouts, and eating in a way that supports your goals. That kind of self-respect shows in how you talk, how you move, and how you react when someone looks at you. Girls pick up on that. They might not know your exact body fat percentage or your exact calorie intake, but they notice how you carry yourself. A guy who takes care of his body, eats in a disciplined way, and trains consistently often gives off a different energy. He seems more mature and more focused. He does not need to impress anyone with words because his habits already show that he has standards for himself. That is attractive. Also, the process of sticking to a bulk teaches skills that matter in dating and relationships. You learn patience because results take months, not days. You learn discipline because you stick to your meals even when you do not feel like it. You learn planning because you prepare food in advance and think ahead about your week. These same skills help you keep your word, show up on time, and build trust with people. There is another good point here. Bulking the right way shows that you care about your health, not just about looking big for a short time. You are not chasing crazy fast gains that leave you feeling tired and unhealthy. You are taking a slower, smarter route. That mindset can help you avoid all kinds of extreme shortcuts, both in fitness and in dating. Instead of looking for quick tricks to impress someone, you work on becoming a more solid person overall. Now, beyond diet, it is useful to mention sleep and recovery briefly because they connect directly to your progress. If you stay up very late, scroll your phone in bed, and sleep only a few hours, your body cannot use all those extra calories properly. Hormones that support muscle growth and recovery work best when you get enough deep sleep. Lack of sleep can also make you hungrier for junk food and more likely to skip workouts. So if you want your bulk to actually work, aim for a regular sleep schedule and give your body time to rest. While you are building this new body, you also want to stay grounded. It is easy to become obsessed with every small detail in the mirror. You start looking at your arms from different angles, checking your abs every day, and comparing yourself to other guys at the gym. This can make you feel worse instead of better. So it helps to come back to simple metrics: your weekly weigh-in, your strength on key lifts, how your clothes fit, and how you feel overall. Use these as your main feedback, not your mood on a random day. As you go through this process, you will have days where you feel bloated or flat or just not happy with how you look. That is normal. Do not let those days push you to make big changes to your diet. Remember the plan: small calorie surplus, weekly weigh-ins, consistent meals, and patient progress. Progress in your body, in your confidence, and in your social life does not come from perfect days. It comes from many normal days done correctly. Let's quickly line up the core ideas again so they stick in your head. 1. Weigh yourself once a week under the same conditions so you can actually see your real progress and adjust your calories in a smart way. 2. Eat a balanced meal with protein and carbohydrates 1 to 2 hours before training and 1 to 2 hours after, so your workouts and recovery are supported. 3. Make calories your top priority and build a steady surplus instead of guessing. 4. Use simple, proven supplements like creatine and basic protein powder if you want, but only after your real food and habits are in place. 5. Keep your meals and grocery list simple so you can stick to your plan every single week, no matter how busy life gets. If you follow these ideas, you will not blow up in a week, but over the next few months you will notice real changes. Your frame will fill out. Your shirts will fit differently. You will feel more solid and more grounded. And that new version of you will not just be someone who looks better. It will be someone who has built discipline, patience, and self-respect, which carry over into your dating life, your friendships, and everything else you do. So stop guessing, stop calling yourself a hard gainer like it is a permanent label, and start treating your bulk like a real project. Your future self and the people you meet along the way will feel the difference.